Have you ever wondered that fraudsters, scammers, and criminals always have initiative when it comes to stealing from ordinary people like yourself, their hard-earned money, personal information, and perhaps maybe only credit card details? That is because they have one powerful incentive: money, and I mean quick money. Now, to achieve these results and make quick money, the certain apply the law of attraction. Correct. Therefore, that is the proof that positive thinking works. I'm not joking, law of attraction. However, let me share with you why criminals, fraudsters, and scammers always take initiative. My podcast is not about opinion, it's a fact-based statements. I'm going to put this below my link in the comment section. You can see and you can relate to the article I wrote it, or simply you can relate to my book, which I wrote, Crime Investigation and Interview Techniques, together with the Professor Clive Smallman. So it's not opinion, it's a facts. And I want you to learn from this. Learn how to protect yourself. So as I say, the criminals, scammers, and fraudsters have initiative. But why is that? Firstly, not only they have received education from fellow fraudsters in a prison or on the street, they train scammers on how to commit crimes or steal money or information, but they have also received training and graduation from the same individuals who should protect us, you, me, and others from being scammed. The same people who should protect us and others from scamming have been educated by them. The question is, how is that possible? Fraudsters and scammers can use open source intelligence, which includes website, news articles, radio, TV, and of course, white papers printed and published by the same experts with a bold title such as How to Prevent a Fraud. Secondly, what fraudsters have, scammers and criminals, are things that most experts don't use. They don't use. I want you to absorb this. What criminals, scammers have and experts don't. That is imagination. And secondly, scammers use things available to them, meaning they work with what they have, not what they want to have. Through my life experience, when I was working in military and diplomatic security intelligence services, I was doing interrogations, investigations of the spies, traitors. I observed many criminals. And what they do when they get the money, most of them, they reinvesting their money back into the ecosystem to perpetrate even more sophisticated scams or crimes. Now, let's go talk statistics. Australians are losing $2.74 billion to scams last year alone. Cyber criminals becoming more and more sophisticated, using slick and professional tactics to trick people into handing over valuable information. As you know, many times I say in my podcast, information is a what? Most valuable commodity in business and life. So they trick people in handing valuable informations, making scams harder than even to detect. It's no surprise that over 4 in 5, 86% Australians, mobile or smartphone users are concerned about cyber criminals targeting what? Their personal information. But did you know that even connecting to a public Wi-Fi network could put you at risk? In fact, there's a new research from Telstra. Telstra is an Australian telco company. Reveals approximately 3.5 million Australians have admitted to spending less time browsing the internet on their phones in the last 12 months due to growing unease. Despite this, almost half, 44% of Australians with mobile devices are likely to connect to public Wi-Fi, with more than 1 in 10, 12%, admitting they always do, despite the risk. So let's go break this down generations. Gen Z, 58%, millennials, 63% are more likely to use public Wi-Fi, while baby boomers, 48%, tend to be more cautious, often avoiding these networks altogether. Let me remind you, investigation is retroactive event. You don't do investigations upfront, but when something happens. When something happens, it's a little bit too late. You're going to stay without money. You're going to feel cheated. You're going to feel violated. You're going to feel all these negative feelings going to come across you. Your hard-earned money will go. But as I say to you guys, don't forget, the fraudsters have things, as I mentioned before, imagination and things they can work with right now, know what they want. But how they learn and how they graduate, it's a people and corporations who educate them, putting all these white papers out on how they're going to protect your assets. But guys, nobody can hack your brain. So let's go. All of you risk takers and truth seekers, I'm welcoming you to this podcast, Life the Battlefield. I want to say thank you for coming, liking, sharing, and commenting. Podcast Life the Battlefield, it's all about exposing fake gurus through human intelligence methods. Those who don't know me, my name is Bekes, and I hold the Guinness World Record for the longest live audio broadcast. I have spent 1,800 consecutive combat days as well in my professional career. As I mentioned, I work in military and diplomatic intelligence security services. As well, I'm the best-selling author and have passion for podcasting. And in today's episode, we will discuss QR code fraud, and how to avoid. That's correct, QR code. So let's dive in. Goes without saying, we are living in a very modern, technology-driven world, where the smartphones is a staple in daily life, offering instant access to information, connection, and above all, convenience. But as digital dependency grows, so does the risk of exposure to sophisticated cyber threats. Among those are QR code. QR code fraud has emerged as a subtle yet pervasive form of identity theft, exploiting trust and convenience in ways few anticipate. This piece sheds light on the origins, uses, and alarming risk associated with the QR codes, urging you to approach these common tools with informed caution. Many people already complain on social media how they receive the QR code in mail. From identifying signs of malicious intent to safeguarding personal data, this exploration underscores the importance of digital awareness in an era where our identities are increasingly tied to devices we carry. Our identity is a device we carry. Let's be both a guide and reminder. Even the smallest actions like scanning and simple code can hold unseen risks. Be cautious. QR fraud. Today, QR codes are one of the most prevalent methods by which fraudsters swindle people. Remember I said to the beginning, fraudsters and scammers using imagination. Of course, the QR codes are everywhere on our websites, it's on our street signs, everywhere. Even I posted my personal QR code for this podcast in Berlin amongst many QR codes, hoping someone's going to scan and come to the podcast. They did. However, I noticed that not so all QR codes are genuine codes. Scanning a QR code may expose you to identity theft. What was the situation? Your identity is gone. This is the first and most important. Nowadays, people frequently use QR codes or quick replies which are readable by the smartphone camera and contain links and other information. And ask yourself, what do you have on your mobile phone? I'm sure you use a QR code reader in business settings such as restaurant, parking lot, or variety of retailers. This year, more than 100 million people will scan QR codes using their phones. 100 million. This year alone. Does it sound a lot? It's a lot. The technology benefits retailers by providing insights into customer behavior, such as tying a QR code to the loyalty program. Now, while they provide some convenience for customers and assist firms in conducting business, a government watchdog warns that they can also provide criminal actors with a covert instrument to steal consumer personal data. Nobody, I guarantee you, nobody, wherever you go, when I go on business meetings, I have my coffee. I don't drink alcohol. For those who don't know, I don't drink alcohol, so I have a coffee. It's so good to have a coffee afternoons. I had my coffee and people come to me with their mobile phone and they say, can you scan the QR code so I can find you? We can connect. No, thank you. I didn't even know you. Who are you, Mr. Nobody? You know what I mean? He tried to sell me some things. I don't say 90% of people are genuine. 10% of people I take with a big grain of salt. That's what I do. You should do the same. Don't scan everything. Identity theft can be financially disastrous for you, for every victim who frequently have limited resources. Once when you scan, your identity is stolen. What do you think police gonna go? Police has a limits as well. Thieves can use personal information to deplete bank accounts, charge credit cards, start new energy bills, and even seek medical treatment through someone else's health insurance plan. In some cases, the thief even used the name of the person whose identity he stole via QR code when the police arrested him. You can only imagine the extent some scammers go to. Now, unexpectedly, bank account transaction or credit card charges are indicators of identity theft, but it's too late. You can cancel things, but by the time you realize, it's gone. So guys, before I explain to you what the QR codes are, I want you to understand, as I mentioned this right now, I try to elaborate this, how they're doing fraud using the QR codes. The QR codes are not genuine things. Government can't protect you from scanning the code. Police cannot investigate every single scan. Banks will shut down your accounts and you can do some things, but in reality, your identity has been stolen. That's what the perpetrators need. They need your identity. Once you have identity on your mobile phone, you have your credit card details, you have your driver license. In Australia, you have everything. Everything scan. But thing it is, once when you lose, we can't help you. Be careful what are you scanning, with who you're scanning, to whom you're scanning, and why you're scanning. All ask yourself question, is it necessary for me to scan? Yeah, because you get the 10 points. Don't. Let's go back to the beginning. QR codes. What are they? In 1994, a Japanese business developed the quick response QR code, quick response, a type of two-dimensional barcode to track cars during their manufacturing process. Now, on optical scanners or camera with decoding software installed can read these codes. QR codes can be used for various purposes. Now, they can launch the URLs of websites. Now we can track products in warehouses and factories, exchange your private data, collect the points. But the popularity of smartphones quickly led to the use of QR codes in advertising, despite their initial use in industrial settings. Scanning with their phones. I remember I asked people, how I can scan the phone? Do I need to install some type of the app or whatever it is? And I was told by my son is 21 years old. He says to me, dude, just use your camera. That was a few years ago. My son told me, he was much more younger then. I wasn't sure how to scan these codes. So do I need to have just some type of application, whatever. But that you can do. You can scan with your phones. Cameras can provide a product and service information. Still, after the COVID-19 outbreak, QR codes have become much more popular. All of a sudden, QR codes were in commonplace. You want to order, scan the QR code. You have a vaccination, you're vaccinated, scan QR code. Businesses require a contactless method to give customer information, including restaurant menu, during this viral pandemic. You remember these things? Despite the ease of use, QR codes have regained popularity as scammers now use them as a seductive tool to prey on unsuspecting individuals. I'll tell you something. Banks installed the ATM. Now they're withdrawing them. Nobody told us they're going to be withdrawn. They're disappearing, like literally disappearing. Okay, fine. We go with the time. We do contactless. But what the banks doesn't say to you that when you scan the QR code in restaurant, that someone needs to be accountable, responsible that QR code is being protected. It is not. That's what the scammers saw. People come in a pub, they scan the menu, they scan for the drink, they want to pay. They just put the sticker. Sticker costs 10 cents to be printed. 10 cents. Do you understand what repercussions there. This is like asymmetric warfare when they're utilizing less expensive method to cause more damage. 10-cent printed QR code sticker on the top of some table or desk, whatever, the door, it's gonna wipe out your account. Don't be lazy. Don't just scan everything. This is what I try to say to you. The scammers saw opportunity before with ATMs. They will try to install the double drawer. They'll try to install the card reader extra. So all these things, you know what I mean? So banks could suspect these things. Even banks they don't care. They don't care because they don't know what's happening every ATM. They only care when you start losing money. They say, where did you use your credit card? But when you scan with your phone, you can't remember where did you scan. You don't. Because you scan your continuously somewhere, something. Even the majority of QR codes are secure to use. It's crucial to understand the dangers of fake ones, as I mentioned, and what you can do to protect yourself from them. Now I need to explain to you, what does a QR code scam involve? Now, consider visiting a restaurant where you may browse the menu and place your order by scanning the QR code sticker on the table. As I mentioned this a few minutes ago, the restaurant provides a website with its menu and payment method for comprehensive ordering experience. However, what if that same QR code is malicious, planted there by the cyber criminals? A phony QR code may redirect your payment, this is how it starts, to credible third-party website, giving hackers access to your credit card, debit card details for fraudulent transactions. And they say, sorry, we can't proceed with your payment. And then you're wondering, what actually now happened? Well, what's happened is that you lost your money. Goes without saying that in each time when you scan QR code on any place and any time, it's your responsibility that you know that this QR code is valid. Check those codes on other tables. Check that every that code looks same. Before I end up this today podcast, I'd like to invite you to come down below in comment section. In description, I'm going to put the link for you guys where you can read the article, how you can prevent and how you can learn not to be scammed via QR codes. Alternatively, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm happy to chat with you from the investigative side, so you know what you can expect and how you can investigate on your own some negative events in your life when it comes to the fraudsters and scammers. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching Life the Battlefield. I hope in this episode help you. QR codes are not genuine always, and you for 10 cents can lose entire your money. So be careful what you're doing there. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe, share, like, and comment. Thank you.